Let's for a moment imagine a baseball. Someone somehow is throwing a baseball at you and it is slowly but surely approaching you. Every single step that you take, you get closer and closer to this baseball. You don't need to run towards it because it's already coming towards you. Let's for a moment imagine that this baseball right here is the version of you that exists 5 years, 10 years, 15, 20 years into the future, whichever one you want to visualize and whichever one you feel the most comfortable with. This version of you, let's for a moment think, does he have the problems that you have? Is he making the money that you want to make? Okay? Is he in the relationship that he wants to be in? Does he have the family that he wants to have or she wants to have? Every single thing that you want to imagine, think about that version of yourself. That version of you is slowly but surely approaching you. Now, there's a principle that I want to share with you that I think will actually help you to bring this baseball, this version of you, significantly closer to you, significantly faster, okay? And it's the principle of no gray decisions. Inside of you, the same way that there is inside of me, there is an internal compass. We can probably call this the intuition. We can call this God. We can call this whatever it is that you want to call it, okay? And this compass, right, knows exactly what it is that you should be doing. There are certain decisions that you make throughout the day that can be labeled either as a white decision, a black decision, or a gray decision. White, in your favor; black, not you at all; and gray, bordering on the fence between either black, could be white, but it's probably not white, okay? If you want this baseball to come closer, if you want to step into that version of yourself significantly faster, then I invite you, the same way I invited myself, to look at the gray decisions that exist within my life, okay? If I am going to be visualizing a version of myself at 30 years old who has the money that I want to make, right? Who has the girl that I want to be with, who is living in the place that he wants to live in, who has the business, it has the impact, has the subscribers on YouTube, has the XYZ, then I need to look at myself right now, because that version of myself does exist. He's just in a different timeline. The way that I can bridge the gap between that timeline and this timeline is by just being him in this timeline, okay? That's what then makes that version of myself at 30, right? Every single decision that I take, that isn't a gray decision, that is a white decision, instead of me meeting that version of myself at 30, I meet him at 29 in 11 months. I meet him at 29 in 10 months. I meet him at 29 in 7 months, right? The baseball is slowly and slowly approaching, but it's getting faster and faster with every single decision that I make. However, with every single black decision or every single gray decision that I take, what happens? The baseball slows down, right? Its velocity is no longer as fast. And instead of me meeting that version of myself at 30, right? I'm meeting him at 30 in 1 month, 30 in 2 months, 30 in 3 months, 30 in 4 months, until eventually he gets so far away that I recognize that I will never end up meeting him, and that my life right now will never bridge the gap to that timeline, okay? It's really interesting. I think a decision is all that it takes in order for you to bridge the gap from where you are right now to the version of you that you can visualize. Because if you can visualize it, then technically it exists, right? It exists somewhere. Right now it's just in your mind, but it also exists in another timeline. And the way that you bring that timeline closer is by making that timeline your time right now, okay? That baseball is slowly but surely approaching you. And the question is, are you ready to receive it, or are you running away from it? I'll see you on the next one.